All right, so I am trying to record this and we'll see if this actually works. This is the Teacher Teach from October 19th or 20th, depending on whether you're first and third or second and fourth. And we have NS 1 and 2. So here we go, number sense 1 and 2. We're looking at dividing fractions. So here we go. I've got my lovely, I'm going to use my favorite color here, the rainbow colored pen. It says that 3/4 of a gallon of batter is poured equally into 2 bowls. How many gallons of batter are in each bowl? Well, as we've all learned throughout elementary school, we first have to identify the important information. So we have 3/4 of a gallon of batter. We're going to put it into 2 bowls. And our question that they want us to answer is how many gallons of batter is in each bowl. Okay, so if we're taking what we have and putting it into 2 bowls, that means we are dividing. Okay, so we've identified all the important information. So now we say 3/4, because that's what we have. We're dividing that into 2 parts, 2 bowls. And we want to know what that equals. Here's the key. Remember, I told you that there's always a key, and I'm going to show you. Here is the key. Always draw a little key so that you know that this is your key information. Your key info is I know. No, it's not Kentucky Fried Chicken. Notice it's KCF. Kentucky Chicken Fried? Maybe. Okay. You learned this in elementary school, but 4th or 5th grade, probably 5th grade. Keep, change, and then flip. Okay. So when you do these problems, I expect you to see above each problem. My phone is trying to talk to me, and no, it does not need that. All right. I expect you to put a K, a C, and an F right above it. All right. Keep, change, flip. So what this means is we keep this 3/4 stays 3/4. Change. Here's the thing. We do not want to divide fractions. It just stinks. Nobody wants to do it. Okay. Multiplying fractions, way easy. So if we change this from divide to its opposite, okay, we're kind of like flipping things over. That means we also have to flip this. Now, a whole number, if you write it like a fraction, our denominator is 1. We have 2 sets of 1. So we're going to flip that, and that becomes 1/2. Okay, now we are so doing this easy because 3/4 times 1/2, 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. So our answer, how many gallons? 3/8 of a gallon is in each bowl. All right. So let's look at this. Example 2. Example 2 says 3/4 of a pan of lasagna is shared equally by 6 friends. What fraction of the pan will each friend get? So that's the question we want to answer. Nope. And then we know we have 3/4 of a pan shared equally, so it's divided by 3 people. So we're going to take our 3/4 divided by 6 people. And we're going to do, like I said, I want to see this. Keep, change, flip. For every single one, I want to see that KCF up there. Okay, so keep, change, flip. We're going to keep this. So 3/4 stays 3/4. We change this. Now we have times, multiply instead of divide. And then 6, remember, we put it over 1 for the denominator, and then we flip it upside down, 1/6. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 6 is 24. So our answer is each person will get 3/24 of the pan. Oops, pan. All right, and of course we always put a box around it. All right, doing good. Example 3, and that finishes up lesson 1. We'll move into lesson 2. Let's pick a different color. We've got a rope of length. I think it's supposed to be a length of rope is 2/5 of a meter. And it's cut into 4 equal cords. What is the length? So that's what we're answering. What is the length of each of those pieces? And we've got 2/5 of a meter, and it's cut, so that's divided into 4. 2/5 divided by 4. Keep, change, flip. So we keep this one, it's 2/5. Change this, it's now multiply. And then we flip over and we get 1/4. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 4 is 20. So each piece is 2/20 of a meter. Now I know that on the last one, some of you may have said, hey, I could reduce that. Hey, yes, you can. And that's awesome that you noticed that you could do that. This one, since I can divide 3 by 3 and 24 divided by 3, those work. So this would actually be 1/8 of the pan as a simplified. So it's equivalent. 3/24 equals 1/8. It's called simplified. When I was in school, it was called reduced. So they change words. You may hear me say reduce at some point. Just know I mean simplified. So down here, 2/20, I know that a lot of you are going, wait a minute. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So wouldn't that really be 1/10 of a meter? Yes, each piece would be 1/10 of a meter as a simplified fraction. I just want you to really understand keep, change, flip. Okay, that's the most important thing right now. We're going to get into simplifying fractions a little bit later, more specifically. But if you look at it and you see that, fabulous, you're already ahead of the game. Now, here we go. For lesson 2, we've got a table. All right, example 1 is a table. Now, I'm not asking you to solve any of these problems, okay? What I'm asking you to do is just to give me the problems as it's asked for in each of the columns. So this says, how many half miles are in 12 miles? Here's where you need to be careful. Because if you think about it, what it's saying is we've got 12 miles. Well, my boxes aren't very good. So that's 6. There's 12. Okay, so we have 12 miles. We want to know how many halves. So if this is 1 mile, we want to know how many halves are in this 1 mile. So we're taking our 12 and we're actually dividing it into halves. So be careful, you have to read the problem. 12 divided by 1/2. Now we're still going to do keep, change, flip, okay? So that gives us, we keep the 12. We're going to change this to multiply, and we flip this upside down, that becomes 2 over 1, which is just 2, right? Okay, now it says equation showing the two expressions are equal, because this is an expression and this is an expression. It's not an equation unless you have an equal sign. So we're going to write 12 divided by 1/2 equals 12 times 2. And that's all. It does not say anywhere to solve it. Okay? So let's do another one. How many quarter hours are in 5 hours? Okay, so we've got 5 hours and we want to divide it into 1/4 of an hour each time. So we've got 5 divided by 1/4. We're going to keep the 5. We're going to change to multiply, and we're going to flip our fraction to be 5 over or 4 over 1. Now we just take the two expressions and stick an equal sign. 12. I'm a doofus. I'm not paying attention. Copying what's above it. Try it again. Let's try 5 divided by 1/4 equals 5 times 4. It's looking kind of easy, right? Let's try another one. We've got how many 1/3 cups are in 9 cups? So we've got 9, and we want to break it up into 1/3 of a cup and 1/3 of a cup and 1/3 of it. We want to know how many 1/3 of a cups are in that 9 cups. All right, so 9 divided by 1/3, we keep the 9, change to multiply, and then flip that fraction, and it becomes 3 over 1. And now we just write our two expressions. 9 divided by 1/3 is equal to 9 times 3. I know, you guys are like, your brain is going, what? Smoke's coming out of your ears, dribble may be coming out the side of your mouth, but just go with me on this, okay? When you get into like college, if you're still into math and you want to find out, why does this work? That's fine. I'm not going to go into the whys. I'm just showing you, if you always do keep, change, flip, you're going to get the right answer. That's all we need to know. Okay. How many 1/8 of a pizza are in 4 pizzas? Well, I have 4 pizzas all together, and I want to divide it up into portions where everybody gets 1/8. So how many is that going to be? Well, keep my 4, change, divide into multiply, and then flip my fraction. That becomes, instead of 1/8, it's 8 over 1. Boy, that's just not a very good 8, is it? 8 over 1. So now we just write this down. 4 divided by 1/8 is equal to 4 times 8. Okay, one more in the table. How many 1/5 are in 7 holes? So if I've got 7 and I want to break it into one, I have 7 cookies. I want to break each cookie into 1/5. So break them into 5 pieces, 1/5. How many 1/5 am I going to have? Well, keep 7, change, times, flip, 5/1. That means 7 divided by 1/5 is equal to or the same thing as 7 times 5. Okay, now's where we're going to put some of this into action, into play. There we go. Example 2. So it says Molly has 9 cups of flour. If this is 3/4 of the number that she needs to make bread, how many cups does she need? Okay, so just like the other ones, it's backwards. It's basically a backwards problem. So what we've got is how many cups? So question mark. We don't know how many cups, right? How many does she have? She has 9. Okay, she has 9 cups of flour. So we know we've got 9. And we know that there's 3/4, that 9 is 3/4 of what she needs. So we still don't know what she needs. How many cups does she need? That's what we're trying to figure out, okay? So it says construct a tape diagram by reading it backwards. Okay, so I'm going to make a tape diagram showing us our backward stuff, right? So it says 3/4. So this is everything she needs, right? This right here is what she needs. The whole thing, the whole enchilada, okay? She has 3/4. So let's break it into 4 pieces. Okay, so she has this. She has this. And she has this. This right here is what she has. This is 9 cups. 9 cups. So I've got 3/4. That's 9 cups. So this would be, let me change so you can see it when I write on it. So if this is all 9, then that means that this is 3, and this is 3, and this one is 3, because 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9, right? So if everything is equal, that's 3. Okay, now I kind of zoomed through that, and it's actually like 4 different steps here. So let me show you. Shade in 3/4. I did that. And then label it to show that 9 is equal to 3/4. I did that up here. Okay, and then analyze the model to determine the quotient. Well, I did that, right? I said this is if they're all 3, 3, 3, 3, that one has to be 3, which means she needs 12. Whoops. Eh. She needs 12 cups. And that's our answer. Okay, so I've shown you how to do it by making it into division, then into multiplication. And I've shown you how to do it by making a tape diagram and step by step that way. Okay, are you good? All right, so you need to go now into Teams and you need to do, boom, you need to do the NS 1 and 2 assignment, NS 1 and 2. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.